right? It's very straight up. I'm not being like, oh, I'm just generous to the newcomer. I'm like, no, I just want the best person for the job. So for me, it's like, if the best person for the job happens to be like his grandfather was like the, you know, the biggest star in Bollywood, and he's amazing or she's amazing, I'll still be open. Right? But what I want to come back to is that I had a bit of a reverse reaction to Gurfateh, and I have to sort of admit that publicly now, that because he was rep by Dharma, and because in a way Netflix was like, why don't you look at Gurfateh, right? They suggested his name. It didn't come from me. I was immediately like, no. So when we had that conversation, I was pretty upfront with him. I was like, you know what, I don't know, man. You know, you're going to do this filmy thing and all, you're going to fuck up my show, basically, right? And what was really amazing, and I have to give it to him, is that at that point he said, no, you've got me wrong, you know, like give me a chance to just do this. And we did auditions with him. And at some point, like I think the third or fourth audition, I was really trying to prove myself correct. Like, this guy's terrible. I was like, no, fuck, he's good, man. He's really good, you know. And then I was like, he's really good. I think he's the best guy for Niru. You know, and I'm telling you, I talked, we had like at least, you know, cast about 2,500 people overall for this. Like we went all over India, all over Bangalore, Delhi, everywhere, right? So I'm just saying that there was a degree where I was not willing to give him a chance. And I think honestly from everyone else, he worked the hardest to prove me wrong throughout the shoot, because he would be like, this guy thinks I'm being filmy, you know, he thinks I'm, so I have to say that I really give it to him. He really, really worked very, very hard to make that character his own, and I think that's why he's so good in it. I mean, so I do think sometimes it can go the other way. Yeah. Like you could be like with a super filmy production company or something, and you think they're going to make your career, and something out of the blue from somewhere else comes through. And I'll let these guys talk about it, but I just feel like you never know where you fit. So you shouldn't assume that just because you saw a Shah Rukh film as a child, that's where you're going to end up. You know what I'm saying? You could be someone totally different. And so that's all I was going to say, is that, you know, the audition process is a very complex one.